grew up in a settlement with the Roma community. Although I'm Roma, I lived in the other side of the country and I never learned Romani language. I don't know, maybe my parents decided not to tell me also that I'm Roma until I was 13 because they were kind of afraid I wouldn't be accepted in the mainstream population. So when I was 13, my parents decided to move back to their hometown. So I had to leave all my known world by that time behind me. And we moved to Roma settlement. When I found out that I was Roma, I was really shocked. As a teenager, you have lots of problems with the daily life, so that was the key problem, to accept yourself as a Roma. So by that time, I decided not to be Roma at all. So I had to be more Slovenian-like also in school, so nobody would judge me as a Roma. Because at that time we didn't have Google and Facebook, so I couldn't look up what does that mean to be Roma. All we know were the term gypsy, which has negative connotation. So I didn't want to be gypsy at that time. What makes me Roma? I don't know. Maybe the feeling inside, because I feel as a Roma, but I don't know what exactly makes me as a Roma. Is it the language? Are the parents that make me a Roma? Is the community that makes me a Roma? I don't know. It just feels right. I feel at home when I'm home.
My name is Zoran Ogrizek and I am the project manager of Together for Knowledge that deals with the education of the Roma community in Slovenia. Well, the project has 4 main activities. 2 of those are tied to the inclusion of Roma into the education system, and 2 of those are tied to our work in the Roma settlements. The ones tied to the inclusion into the system of education are the Roma assistants and the preschool activities, and the 2 that are tied to the work in the settlements are the multipurpose centers and extracurricular activities. With Roma children, when different activities take place, those are carried out by a teacher or another expert at school, and the Roma assistant is present. He or she helps the Roma children understand what's going on, and the teachers understand the Roma child some more, because cultural differences are sometimes quite important. And sometimes the teachers don't even think of something that could be the problem. Glasses, for example, are taboo. So the children and the parents do not wear glasses, even though some of them really need them, because they are considered a sign of weakness and nobody can wear them.
We are the first generation of Roma in Slovenia with higher education, so we feel obligatory to pass on the knowledge and the importance of education to the younger generations. We are also facing some problems being discriminated from the Roma community because we are so highly educated. So some Roma think of us, if they have higher education, they are more than us, but we are not. We're still living in the Roma settlement. We're still the Roma in Slovenia. We're still part of the community.
They need special assistance, first of all, because they do not speak the same language. The second thing is that a lot of them live in segregated communities, the Roma settlements, and that their parents and other people in these communities are not well educated. So the social and cultural capital of these communities is low, so they have nowhere to draw from as far as knowledge is concerned. So most of them do not even leave the settlement before they enter school. They haven't seen enough of the world to absorb some of it. The rule is that there is no separation in school. So basically there is integration of Roma children with other children in schools. There are no separate classes for Roma children. There used to be in the past, but that has not been the case for a while now. They do get some extra activities, so the Ministry of Education finances additional teachers for Roma children. Otherwise, we do not have separation in schools. Children will be children. So in my experience, the problem usually does not lie with children. All the problem people have usually start with the adults. But children learn this kind of behavior later on. So basically they just copy each other and the cycle goes on. So all the prejudice that's going on between the Slovenian and the Roma community is mirrored in the children later on.
Elementary school was pretty fun. It was the most fun times ever in my experience, because I wasn't excluded at all from the mainstream population, because I didn't know to be excluded. The integrational process takes time because of the whole discrimination and segregation and prejudices towards the Roma. The integration process is a little bit slowed down in the past years, but we are definitely in the process of being even more integrated in the mainstream population.
I think the main problem is physical segregation. Physical segregation that has historic reasons, because historically the Roma community moved. They were nomads. And at some point the country said that they must not move anymore, that they must settle down. And the places where they settled down evolved into the current Roma settlements. So that's one of the most problematic factors that we have here. So if they do not live together, one community and the other, the potential for misunderstanding, the potential for prejudice is always present. Because what you do not know, you fear. So that's one of the main reasons. But I'm very confident that in the future this can be overcome, because we can see that in children. When you put children together from one community to the other community, these barriers do not exist. These barriers are learned behavior, and we can work on them not learning this behavior. I think in that way we will be able to come to the relative harmony that other people, other communities enjoy.